plantejaran un gran partit.
Sí, Laia Tudel de Catalunya Ràdio. El fet que el Sevilla tingui i jugui la final de la Lliga Europa, a vosaltres...
The fact that Sevilla are playing in the final of the Europa League, do you think that that will allow them to be more prepared for the game? No. I think we're talking about a few days. They actually have less rest than us. And I don't think that will influence the idea of them being less tired. We just have to focus on playing our game and getting prepared for the game and to win it.
Roger Saperes de RAC1, fins ara Supercopa d'Europa, Mundial de Clubs, la Lliga. No sé quina nota poses fins ara a la temporada i quina nota tindrà si s'acaba guanyant la Copa.
Could you give your opinion as to your evaluation of the entire season? Well, I think it's pretty good. I would give us an excellent grade for winning the league and also for the Club World Cup and the Supercopa. The Spanish Super Cup. Sorry, the European Super Cup.
Sempre per excel·lència, però crec que el Barça el que ha de fer és guanyar cada any la Lliga, la Copa del Rei, si pot ser.
I think what Barca has to do is win the league every year, and if we can, the Copa del Rey, and do as well as we can in international competitions.
O se hacen portadas diciendo Zidane campeón de Liga. ¿Tú qué piensas?
When you see headlines extolling Zinedine Zidane as the champion of the league, what do you think? Well, I think that we've shown what we can do with the trophies that we have in our museum.
De l'equip que teniu abans de la crisi de resultats que va provocar l'eliminació.
Do you feel like you're coming into this part of the season with the team in the same position before you lost your lead in the league? Yes, I think that we're doing very well, physically and psychologically. We've scored a lot of goals in the last 5 games. We haven't given up any. We've taken all 15 points on the table. We won the league. And that gives you confidence, and it feels good. And I think that we're coming into this game with a lot of motivation, and I think we're ready to play a great game.
Claudia Collado de Movistar Plus, has dicho que la Champions es la competición por excelencia.
You said that the Champions League is the competition of excellence. Do you think if Real Madrid win the Champions League and you win the double, do you think it could take away from your merits of winning the double? No. Obviously, winning the double, I would take that every year. But if they win the Champions League, we'll have to congratulate them for winning a very important competition. I think that when people say that Madrid is playing well and Barca not, and vice versa, you know, when the teams win championships, when one wins the Champions League, it's better than the other. I don't think that really makes sense. Everybody takes their own path, and since I've been here 8 years ago, we've gone down our path and they've gone down their path, and the statistics speak for themselves.
Preguntarte si se está comentando en las últimas horas que tanto Busquets como Neymar están a punto de renovar y que la semana que viene seguramente se va a hacer oficial. ¿Cómo de importante para el futuro del
There are rumors that Busquets is about to re-sign, and Neymar are going to sign contract extensions with FC Barcelona. What do you think about that? Well, they're very young. They're very key players. Neymar is very young. I think they're going to be key for the club in the future, and we have to prepare ourselves for the future. And players like Neymar, they have to keep expanding the greatness of the club.
No me acuerdo, me lo han comentado, puede ser que lo hiciera, la verdad es que no me acuerdo.
In talking about the parade, do you think that you could comment on some of the things people saw on that? No.
Siempre estás en el ojo del
I think it was a great parade and that's it.
Hoy La Vanguardia y ayer en Buit TV.
Talking about things outside of sports.
En un local de Barcelona después de la Rúa.
Today, a local newspaper
me gustaría preguntarte por eso y sobre todo si te
said
molesta esto de que siempre
that you had an argument with a player from another team. Can I ask you about things that go on outside the pitch?
Unos cuantos jugadores del Barça,
No,
unos cuantos del Español,
a bunch of players from Barça and a bunch of players from Español. We ended up in the same place and we were talking about things that had gone on throughout the season and there were no problems. Some journalists are serious, some are less so. And I think journalism in general has to look at itself in the mirror.
De la carta del Paradan Paul, me acuerdo, que tuve que ser yo el que buscara y constatara la noticia si era verdad o no, y tuve que
there were other issues in the past where I had to come out and talk about whether or not things were true that were published in the press. If that's the way it has to be, well, that's the way it is.
Alfredo Martínez para Onda Cero. Dijiste en una rueda de prensa no hace mucho tiempo que ya no eras uno de los mejores centrales.
You said in a press conference a while back that you were not one of the best center backs in football. Now, do you still believe that?
Sé que estoy donde quería estar el día que
Well,
hice esa rueda de
it's
prensa.
all based on
Estos 2 años he conseguido lo que quería.
an opinion.
Otra cosa es que bueno, luego habrá unos que les va a gustar más como
There are things that I like about myself and things that I don't, and there are opinions that other people have. But the fact is that I'm very happy to be here right now and be in the position that I'm in.
Quería preguntarle que hasta hace unos años ganar Liga o el doblete se hubiera celebrado en Barcelona con semanas de fiestas, de celebraciones.
Not too long ago, winning a double or the league would have been celebrated for weeks. What do you think about the fact that that's kind of not the case anymore? Well, when you become a winning team, obviously you get more accustomed to winning, and maybe you don't get so excited by winning.
Partido del Deportivo Valencia, que el portero del Valencia para un penalti en el 90 y el Barça gana la Liga. Creo que ahí el Barça llevaba 11 o 12 ligas ganadas. El problema es que ahora, pues bueno, ya llevamos 24 y parece que somos la hostia, pero...
Now we have won 24 leagues, and I think that the players have always had the same motivation. Another thing is whether it's deserved or not, but we like winning the league. Winning 6 out of 8 is incredible. It's never been done.
De l'atac del Sevilla, què destacaries i en especial de Kevin Gameiro?
Talking about Sevilla's attack and Kevin Gameiro, what can you say about them? What can you highlight? Well, they have an excellent attack. He's one of the top players in the league. He's fast. They play very well with a long ball out on the wing. They have several very talented players. They can play in a lot of different ways with different strategies, and their coach is excellent on set pieces. And we're going to have to be careful and look out for that.
Has hablado antes de la nota global del equipo. Quería preguntarte por el aspecto defensivo. No sé si
can you talk about the defensive aspect of Barca's play this year?
Hemos encajado más goles.
We've given up more goals, but I think defensively we were optimal. I think that there are things that we can improve, but we still have numbers that aren't so bad. Last year we had an unbelievable year defensively with very few goals given up. Claudio Bravo won the Zamora Trophy, but defensively we are what we are, and the style that we have and the number of goals that we've given up, I think is good.
Fent balanç, quin ha estat el millor moment i el pitjor d'aquesta temporada?
What do you think is the best and worst moment of the season? I think the best is winning the league in Granada because of all the work that we put in throughout the season. It's one of the more difficult places to win. And I think that we had to play our best down the home stretch of the season. And we had a lot of pressure. We had the league basically won. And when the referee blew the final whistle in Granada, that was probably the best moment. What was the other question? The worst? Probably when we got knocked out of the Champions League because of what the competition means, because of how motivated we were to win another treble.
Bon dia. Andrés Corpas del diari El Mundo. Encara que no ets un dels capitans de la plantilla, no sé si et consideres...
Even though you're not one of the captains, do you consider yourself one of the leaders in the dressing room? And would you like to be one of the captains? Well, the leaders, that's decided by the players in the dressing room. And as far as being a captain, I feel pretty comfortable where I am right now, and if I become a captain in the future, I think it'll be great. But I'm very happy with the position that I have inside the dressing room. Yesterday, the Spanish national team was named for the European Cup this summer. Can you comment on the team that he named? And I think that Marc Bartra, who was named to the team, is very good as well. We have Sergio Ramos, myself. I think that he's always played well for Vicente del Bosque. And he trusts Marc Bartra. Yeah, we have a lot of center backs: Inigo Martinez, Javi Martinez. A lot of them that can play very well. But in the end, I think that the coach has to decide who's going to play there.
Gerard, Eduard Cangoso de fcbarcelona.cat. Bona tarda. Vau començar la temporada contra el Sevilla en una final, la final de la Supercopa.
You started this season in a final, the UEFA Super Cup. And you're going to finish the season in a final, the Copa del Rey. What has changed from that first final to this final? I think that the teams were pretty similar from the beginning of the season to the end. We've both been faithful to our styles of play throughout the season, and I think it's going to be a final that's pretty similar to what everybody saw in the UEFA Super Cup. I think that we were not very warmed up. It was the very beginning of the season before, and now it's at the end of the season, so we're more in form. But I think that as far as play, I think that it'll be more or less the same.
Ahir va fer 10 anys que es va guanyar la Champions de París, que era la segona. Després de 10 anys, el Barça va guanyar...
Yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of the Champions League title in Paris. Can you talk about the cycle since then? Well, one day it will end, and there will be some years where we don't win as much, and then we'll come back and win more again. These things happen. These winning cycles happen in football. No other team has been able to do what we've done for this long. That's clear based on the numbers. We'd like to just keep winning, but we have to understand that one day it's not going to be like that.
No ho sé, jo suposo que hi ha molts factors. El primer,
I think that there are a lot of factors. I think the first thing is that La Masia has to keep producing talent for the team.
Són els que han de tirar del carro, aquest equip sempre, aquest club sempre.
And I think that the players that are from here, from the club, that grow up at the club, are the ones that kind of have to lead the way. We bring in a lot of good players from outside, but nobody really loves the club or feels the colors as much as the ones that were developed here.
Segur que també doncs, serà molt i molt important.
For sure.
I també tenir la sort dels campions.
And we also have to have a little bit of luck, too.
Okay, te vas a quedar,
which it seems that we have.
Decías antes que mientras se vayan haciendo películas que el museo del Barça se va llenando de copas, es verdad. ¿Crees que esta hegemonía
with Barca continuing to just pile up cups, do you think that your total domination is just sort of building up the frustration in Madrid? I don't know if it's frustration. Everybody wants to win. If the same team always wins, it's not interesting for a lot of people. Of course, it's interesting for the club. The people want to see new champions and new hopes, and that other teams have a chance to win. When there's such a total domination, of course people are interested in seeing other teams win. But really, we're just focused on doing our work, and I know that we have to be prepared. One day, we're not going to win everything. And in the meantime, we need to have as much fun as we can. I feel like I'm having fun like a little boy ever since I've come here. And I hope to keep winning until the day I have to hang up my boots.
¿Qué tal, Gerard? Muy buenas, David Bernabeu de Deportes 4. En esa imitación a Cristiano que comentaba antes Silvia, creo que hay un momento que hace la referencia al 1 de 8, que son las ligas que ha ganado el Madrid de las últimas 8. El otro día leía
Real Madrid has won one league in the last 8, and there's a lot of numbers about the money invested and the amount of titles, the yield. What do you think about this big difference? I don't know. They've won what they've won, and I'm sure that in other years they'll win more than us. But for now, we're lucky to be the team that wins the most, and we have to keep working as hard as possible. It all lies in the talent of the players and how competitive they are. And from both teams. And I'll tell you, in the last few years, we've had a generation of players that have come together that have been unparalleled. I don't think it'll happen again in the next 50 years that this amount of talent will come together on one team. Especially with all the players that have been developed through La Masia. But we have to enjoy what we are and what we're doing. They're also trying to win the titles that they can. If they don't win as many during these years, in the future, probably they're going to win more. In the past, a long time ago, they won a lot more. But right now, we are here at this time in history, and we just want to keep having fun and enjoying it a little bit more.
Ayer se debatió en el Ayuntamiento de Barcelona la posibilidad que la selección española vuelva a jugar a Cataluña, en concreto en Barcelona. Es verdad que hay la posibilidad que se jugara en Cornellà un partido de fase de clasificación del Mundial.
Yesterday there was talk in the Barcelona City Council about the Spanish national team coming to play a game in Barcelona. What do you think about that? I think it would be good. For sure, we'd have a great environment. I think that the Spanish national team brings a lot of people together from the whole country, and Barcelona is just another city in the country, and surely there will be a lot of people there to support them. Thank you for listening.